Hi, madam. We are from Group 7, which is made up of alpha males with PC300 management skill. My name is Sudesh Kumar, and I am currently the team leader. And as a reflection, I want to share my experience with this event, which was successfully held online in Microsoft Teams. First and foremost, I'm grateful to my two members, Nurin and Govinder, because Nurin assisted us in inviting the speaker from MPA, which is Majlis Perbandaran and speaker for our environmental talk, Madam Rosina Chibiki, Agura from Pegawai Tatme. So, and I'm grateful to her because she delivered a great speech about the current environment as well as the importance of reduce and recycle. So Kugender is the event's MC and does an excellent job of coordinating the event. So we choose this event environmental talk as of our event to finish our final report because it's the easiest thing for now. And most of the students at class during that time make it difficult to do face to face. So if we invite the speaker to come here and assist you for the campaign, we may have to do some fundraising which may take time. One of the issues we had here was the dance point, since we had to submit the proposal for it to be validated and dance point delivered. So, however, it's too late, and as a result, we do not have many students attend as we had hoped, with only 15 individuals. So, what I learned from this is that the cooperation is highly essential because the teamwork establishes a structure to ensure that deadlines are fulfilled and that good quality work is produced. So when one member of the team falls behind, another is there to pick up the pieces. So when work is divided among team members and it is completed faster, allowing the whole operation to run efficiently.
Hello everyone, my name is Kugendran. So as for my reflection for my activity that my group did about the environmental talk, so my experience in the campaign was kind of wild because I did the MC work where I did the talking for whenever everyone entered the meet, whenever I need to give an announcement, I need to announce everyone. And this is the first time I'm doing a MC work for a campaign for a talk show like that. It was a good experience. I got a lot of experience and learning based on doing MC. And apart from that, organizing this activity from A to Z, from top to bottom, was a really arrangeable activity where we arranged literally everything from the top to bottom, from the start of the class until the last meet we had. This is my experience. It's really a one great talk show, and we had a lot of lessons and learnings to do. Thank you so much. That's all from me.
Hi, my name is Giridharan from the Alpha Male group for PEC 300 Management Skills. So we have conducted an activity for the class for the subject. So it's about nurturing environment around us for a better surrounding. So what I've learned from this class or this activity is that in the process of this event, organizing this event, we have learned how to construct in between us, which is management skills like time skills, how to manage time or how to manage constructive conflicts in between the team members. So I feel that there's a lot of mistakes between us, but there's a lot of room to even improve in this subject or in these skills. So we have learned, we have get to know about the nurturing of environment, and we have create awareness to the participants regarding the environmental.
Hello, my name is Shashwendran. I'm from BICT, PC faculty. My matrix ID is 012022021539. I help my team to promote the event by participating in order for other students at our university to learn about the event we held. I also help to post and manage the social media platform, and I prepare posters to advertise the event and posted them in the social media sites like Instagram, Telegram, and WhatsApp groups. I also took part in number of events organized by other team members, which is really beneficial for including in the final report. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Yoginan Parson and my ID is 012022021180. I am gonna talk a little bit about the reflection of the group assignment. The effectiveness of player-to-player communication is crucial to any group's success. A group cannot accomplish its objective without adequate communication among its members, and unneeded conflicts may occur. One of the key takeaways from the group assignment was the importance of group communication. Respecting everyone's opinions, even if they don't seem reasonable in perspective of what one already knows, is another crucial lesson in a group communication. In addition, I also discovered the value of listening to one another. When multiple people are talking at once, the communication loses its importance and turns into noise. My feelings about the group process was a little mixed at the first, but at the end I felt like we actually followed it together. The beginning of the group members were all over the place and had no direction. When we were able to take a breather in and just think, ideas started to flow. I believe that for a group to be productive, confidence in each member is necessary. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Noreen. From this PC event, I learned how to manage an event and how to invite speaker to an event for one organization. As a secretary in my team, I invited a speaker from Majlis Perbandaran Klang to speak about environmental cleanliness. We write a letter to invite the speaker and submit it to them 1 month before the event. Secondly, I learned about the importance of the teamwork because working together create enthusiasm for an idea generation that people usually don't experience alone. Finally, I learned about how to run an event in online mode because some students have a class at that time. So we decided to do it on a Microsoft Teams. We start to create the lobby before the event and let the student first, and then we invite the speaker, then we start the event. At the end of the video, we attach our event recording video.
And public cleansing and other tasks. So this section of solid waste management and public cleansing in this department for corporate environmental services. So MPK is a section of responsible for monitoring and ensuring the KEDB carry out the work according to the scope and specifications that we have set to them. So actually KEDB is a company, a state-owned company. So we call it KEDB means Darul Kumpulan Darul Ihsan Berhad. Okay, so this is a charter organization in my department, headed by Mr. Zariza, and for the technical and corporations is headed by me, and the other administrative sections headed by Mr. Wu. Next slide. So just now I was mentioned about the background already. By the MPK is 573 square. And next slide, please. Okay. For this duties that I was mentioned today just now. So JPP basically we are ensuring and helping the residents in Klang for organizing the management of solid waste according to the schedule by KEDB. Okay, next slide. So this is a chart organization by JPP headed by Mr. Zarizal bin Ahmad Zainuddin, and we divided into two units. For the administrative headed by Mr. Wu Lite, and the other one is technical and operations headed by me. So next slide. So this is a section of solid waste management and public cleansing. Actually, I have under me I have two chief monitors. Is Mr. Hasro, and the other one is Mr. Nohafizi. Actually, we have to cover 30 areas. It's quite a big area, Klang South and Klang North, and so basically they have to ensure the KEDB performing their their tasks according to the schedule. And so we have to ask the KADB to, for a meeting around 3 weeks. Every three weeks, they have to come here for a meeting and headed to attend the council together with the councillors and our representatives in MPK. Next slide, please. So I would like to introduce about the KEDB Waste Management Sdn Bhd. Actually, they was appointed on the 24th of February 2016. Because this is under the MMKN meeting that appointed them to carry out the management of this solid waste in Klang. So it is a state-owned company. So this is as a pilot project in MPK. So next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, this is KEDB Waste started. Actually, they have signed an agreement with us for 7 years. So they are divided into the work divided into two. There is a solid waste collection, and the other one is a public cleansing. So for these two agreements, for the solid waste collections, it was started as 1st July 2016 and will be end by next year, to June 2023, for the period of 7 years. And the other one is a public cleansing, also later by 1 year, is 1st of March 2017, and it will be ended by 29 February of 2024. So the periods are the same by 7 years. So next slide. So this is a scope that's specification of the solid waste that they have to carry out by day by day. So by housing, they have to the area that what the area they cover and the frequency they have to work. For example, in housing, 3 days a week, in a strata, but every day. So in traditional village house, main road every day, village. So we have already schedule for them to carry out the tasks according to the time frame that we have given to them. So next slide. So this is very important also for them to carry out the scope in the commercial area. By every day, you can see an office, store, public market, and IPTA, IPTS, or business complex. This they have to do it every day. So, but the industry, same task they have to carry out every day also. Next. So this is in the public institute like school, government office, library, hospital, and bus. Can you see these are the areas that KEDB have to cover 6 days a week. Okay, next. So this is about the scope and specifications of solid waste management in a domestic, how you should carry out. So they should not collect the garbage on the side of a public road. The services for the solid waste that's in and around the outside of the cabbage bin. They cannot just simply pick up the thing without that we have stated rules and regulations to them. So they have to do it accordingly. So next. So similarly, the scope that we have given to them, these are the rules and regulations they have to follow up. That collection tasks should be whisked or cleaned after each. They have the trucks that they use after they should wash and clean it after they have using it, and they should ensure that no solid waste pick up from the collection center to the disposal site. So and etc. Then should ensure that all collected solid waste are disposed to the disposal site. We call it landfill. Okay. So the next slide is regarding the public cleansing services that management work at Klang Municipal Council. That this is a schedule also, the jadwal that we give it to KEDB for the for them to carry out their tasks. For example, for the ground cutting, cuci longkang and sapu jalan, that they have to do it, carry out according to the frequencies and the schedule that you can see on the slide. For the next slide. Similarly, in the kutipan for the kebun pukal haram, should be 6 days a week, but normally they'll do it once a week. Or sapu in the pasar, in the market, it should be according to the time before lunch. You have to clean up everything. And for the pasar malam, so similarly the same thing. They should clean it after the event, after the pasar malam is closed. So next slide, please. Okay, this is about the dasar. Dasar pelaksanaan the kutip domestik in MPK. So for the kawasan perumahan, they should do it every day, and they should prepare the tong sampah 120 liter in front of their house and 3 times a week. And for the kampung, it's a centralized tong will be provided in their place lah. We call it leach bin or communal. For the kawasan strata, similarly, it's a centralized collection in their area. So we'll put a leach bin there, and we will do it every day also. For the kawasan perniagaan, strata rumah, actually they should prepare a tong sampah 240 liter, and we will do it, but we will collect the garbage 3 times a week. So the kawasan perniagaan, actually they should prepare the 240 liter tong in front of their premises. So if they are not preparing, we will compound them. We will compound it around 1,000. It's quite high. So lastly, for the kawasan industry, normally they will assign a panel. We ask them to assign the panel before they renew their license. This is important because they're not to ensure them to throw the industry waste in the proper place and dispose in a proper manner. So the next slide, please. So this is a total notice that we have given. We call it notice tindakan pembetulan. This is a very important notice that are given by the pemantau to the KEDB according to the areas. Because sometimes even KEDB is a mother, we call it as a main con, but actually sometimes because they couldn't handle so many places, so they were subcon. We call it SS. They were subcon to other contractor to doing the garbage. The management of this solid waste. So this is a notice that we're given to the SS contractor. If they fail to fulfill the schedule or they fail to carry out the task that we have given to them, so we'll give this NTC for them to correct their action in future. For example, they didn't cut the grass, longkang tak bersih, sapuan tak buat, the sampah, pasar malam, landscape. So we'll give this notice for them to rectify and do it accordingly to our schedule. So the next slide. This is normally we also rely on the aduan, the complaints made by the public to MPK. That you can see the complaints for the pengurusan sisa pekerja is not so high, because normally KEB for their pengurusan sisa pekerja means they collect the sampah according to 3 days a week. They are quite good and follow the schedule. For the pembersihan awam, they are a bit not so according to the schedule, and sometimes they didn't do they cannot cope because of the shortage of staff due to the PKP that day. So many workers are gone back, and so many they cannot carry out the job. So the pembersihan awam, you can see, is quite high. The complaints is around 2,000 for last year, nearly 2,267. So it's very high. So normally after we receive the complaint, I will send on my pemantau to the site. So they will double check the condition. If the other one is genuine, so my pemantau will keluar the NTP, that's one, notice tindakan pembetulan. So they will give this notice to the KEDB workers, so they will rectify the complaints. This is our process. So next. So these are the pictures that you can see for the domestic waste. And next, for the garden waste. Next please. This is for the garden waste and commercial waste. For the next slide. Okay. So these are for domestic waste. You can see it's very the rubbish. Is so terrible that I don't know how the public they just simply dump the rubbish everywhere. So these are the things that before and after. Then you can see the workers carry out before and after they clean up the site. So the next slide. Drainage is the main problem in Klang. Due to this broadcast of drainage that due to we can see so many fast blood was happened in Klang. So now we are taking a very crucial action to overcome this problem by cleaning out all this drainage in Klang. So the next slide. So you see, we have to clean up and widen the parade and longkang in order to make the flow in a proper, can flow it in a faster and to avoid the fast flood in Klang. So next. Normally also we carry out the education and enforcement to the public, so to make the awareness for in a better way to handling our solid waste in a proper manner. For the next slide, please. This is the bin that we have 120 and 240. This is orange one is 120, and this is an operation that we have carried out. We sita the lorry for simply dump the solid waste beside the road or in a illegal dumping. Okay, next slide please. This is an operation bond that our enforcement carry out. So next slide please. This the operation Kutu Sampah that our enforcement will go to normally they'll go to the bus stop, public areas. So they will Kutu Sampah means they throw away the little sampah that we will give a compound, but not much, only $10. So and ask them to clean up the rubbish and we compound them $10. It's not much, but we make them scared lah. That's the main purpose. So actually, for the next slide. So in order, next slide please. Next slide. So in order to take care and to overcome in a proper manner for our environment, so it is very important. If you're not the impact that if the management of solid waste is not in a proper manner, you can see sungai penuh dengan sampah, also polluted river, the quality of the water also polluted, and the worst thing is global warming, pencemaran, polluted land and everything, the longkang. So you see, it will affect everything in our environments. So it will cause damage to our world and to our bumi lah, to our earth. All right. So the next slide. Next slide, please. So this is very important for all of us to carry out the so-called recycle. How to reduce the solid waste. So we have to reduce and repair, recycle, recompose, and then then how to overcome this this kind of problem. So this is very important for us to do the recycle. So this is our main task for the future. This is I think this is a fastest method for us to reduce solid waste. So next slide, please. So you can see you can see here how there are a few steps that why we need to do the recycle. So we call it now as economy kitaran, and we call it circulate economy. So from the waste we can generate money. So we call it kitaran, kita tambah pendapatan, we can increase our our salary, our pay, and number two is the waste got value in future. And then number third is we need to preserve our environment, like you say, nurturing our nature, environment, better environment, healthier and cleaner, and reduce the most important to reduce pollution. So the next slide, please. So these are the things that we can recycle, paper, all that lah. I think your plastic, kaca, logam, so even the food, waste, sisa makanan that we can be recomposed into fertilizer, baja. That this is a new trend that quite a number of NGOs are doing this. Even in the strata, they try to convert the sisa makanan to a fertilizer, baja. Okay, for the next slide. Next slide, please. So this is a local agenda that MPK will uphold this for sustainable development goals. There are 17 sustainable development goals that we should carry out in our future, regardless what type of activities also, because these are the United Nations that given to us that these are the important goals that we should achieve, and we should maintain, and we should uphold. For example, this number one, no poverty. But the most important is related to environment is that number 13, climate action, and 11, sustainable cities and communities, and number 14 for the life below water, and number 15, life on land. These are the development goals that we should uphold. Very important for us to uphold it. And for the next slide. So in order to achieve these sustainable development goals, there are the three main components from us that we should work together hand in hand. Number one is the community, the penduduk lah, like us, communities. Number two is NGOs, like or MPK, MPK or the government agencies. And number three is NGOs and private sectors. These are the three main components, departments, to ensure that the sustainable development goals will be achieved. So we have to work very hard towards it to achieve these SDGs. So hopefully we will get a better life, better living, and we can enjoy a better and good environment in future. So thank you. I think that's all for the next slide. Thank you. Thank you for your attention.
Yep. Thank you. If anyone has any question, you can ask Madam.
Okay. I open for Q&A session. If you all have any, would like to share. Actually, how many students together to join this program? How many students?
20. Yeah, let's say 20.
Yeah. So you're all IT students or from different fields or different? Sorry?
Mix. We all like different. Everyone is a different faculty.
Different faculties. I see. Oh, final years or degree, right? I was degree holders.
Yeah.
Degree Hi,
Yep, yep.
Mr. Nur.
Uh,
I
Madam.
was
So, thank
about you wanted the topic related to environment, but actually my MPK was more to how to management of solid waste, but you can cut a bit lah later, but actually is for in the future is better you invite totally Jabatan Perkhidmatan Alam Sekitar, so they can give a totally on the environment topics. But it's okay. We sharing and we can learn from each other. You know.
I
Yeah.
think no one madam. Thank you for your time. Thank you for. I know you have a busy schedule. Thank you for your time for attending and doing this work. If you have a chance to meet next time, thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Have a
Thank you. Yeah.
taking.
Okay. All the best for your study.
Picture.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right. All right, guys. If everyone can on their camera, we can take a picture. This is a QR code you gotta send on your camera and take a picture. Then you can scan the QR code. So I believe that everyone scanned the